Hey, my name's Nick, and in the eyes of AE, what is a challenge? Is it Void High Lord, the Blinding Light of Destiny, the Blade of Awe? All of these are challenges in Adventure Quest worlds, but they all have two underlying factors: luck and time. The Blade of Awe has low RNG drops. The Blinding Light of Destiny has a lot of time put into it, and last but not least, VHL has a lot of both of these put into it. All of these are fine, but recently for Arnax's birthday, or Aranx's birthday, AE released the Celestial Arena. This was what they called a boss gauntlet challenge, and this is in no way challenging, but this in no way is also a bad concept. The footage in the background is a 5x speed up of me going through and playing this challenge as a regular player would. The unsped up amount of time for the completion of this event was 24 minutes and 11 seconds. Now, if you did not play this event or do not want to pay attention to the screen, you fight an assortment of bosses, each stronger than the last, and at the end you beat the shit out of Arnax. Yeah, that's a cool way for him to spend his birthday, I know. Now, where did they go wrong? Well, each fight is repetitive, uninvolved, and unrewarding. Now, let's look at each of these problems objectively and fix them for a more fun and challenging event. Now first, each fight is repetitive. Not a single boss has a special ability or defining factor, besides the fact that they hit harder and have more health than the last one, but that's nothing new. AE has shown us in the past that they are capable of putting cool and interactive bosses. Kitsune has a short invulnerability, Binky can stun you, and other monsters around lore have cool abilities that I'm sure I can't name all of them offhand. Now, I'm sure AE is able to find interesting ways to incorporate this into an event. This also plays into how uninvolved these fights are. Spinning the fights into new directions with abilities has the potential to make the player think about what they're doing, rather than senselessly button mashing. Think of the boss fight like a function. There's an input and an output. Your input is button mashing, your output is a victory. But what if there was various inputs to reach the output? As in, you had to get through certain different difficult challenges to finally beat the boss, and going through different ways of thinking about it and not losing each time. Like the way you fight Binky, it's more effective in a group, which is the strategy. For Kitsune, the strategy is trying to deal lots of damage and then focusing on healing, and then damage again to kill him. This would be interesting on finding out how players would take these bosses and beat them. Next, the entire update was almost massively unrewarding besides the merge shops, and the game really shouldn't have to rely on merge shops and grinding for a payoff. Now, there are two recent updates that had two very cool concepts that I think could be brought together. Krulon's update this week and Thanksgiving's Dullahan quest. Now, Krulon had a series of quests to get different pieces of gear, and at the end, you'd have a set of gear. That's cool, it rewards you for completing the quest. Now, let's take it a step further with an idea from the Thanksgiving event. Let's say you need those items in order to take down the next line of bosses, or the only way you can hit through a boss's shield or effect is with a special item or ability that you gain from those quests. Not only would this allow for a less linear pathway in doing things, it also requires you to use those items rather than banking them. For some people that might not be as cool, but for some people it might add a cool new interesting aspect. I think it would be a cool new interesting aspect, but that's definitely up to the player. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Those were my thoughts on the subject. If you like what I talk about here, consider subscribing as it encourages me to create more content like this. If you liked the video and agreed with what I said, please like the video. If you disagreed with me or disliked the video, please dislike it, and leave a comment with your thoughts. Thanks for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll let the rest of my Celestial Arena playthrough go on in the background with a little bit of music.